Welcome to Members Only, a show centered around CMAC members and the projects they produce. My name is Charlie Vang, and I'll be your host for today. In this edition of Members Only, we'll be talking to Nuria Ibars, the producer of The Way of Dance, and Vang and Jasmin, the dancers of The Way of Dance. First up is Nuria Ibars, the producer of The Way of Dance. All right, guys, so welcome back. And here we are with Nuria Ibars.
Hello.
All right. So, Nuria, please tell me a little bit about your show.
I was trained in video, and I worked in broadcast TV early on in my career. And now I'm a member here and enjoying myself as a volunteer and occasional producer with the dance video projects here.
Nice. So, here at CMAC we do a lot of teaching and learning of video, but we usually film a lot of things that we're interested in. Were you interested in dance by any chance at all as well?
Yes, I was. I've been around dance since I was in my 20s. Well, before then, as a youngster, I had started in Balinese dancing, and then later on started in ballet in my 20s. So I continue to study ballet, and dance has always been a big part of my life. I like it very much. Nice.
I see how you incorporated the elements and skills you learned here with CMAC and the passions that you've had as a youngster, like you said. It's amazing. So our next question is, how long has your program been on air?
This one isn't on air yet. It's still got a few more hours of editing to do, but it should be, I'm expecting it to go on air in early June.
Nice.
There's not too much left to do on it, just some graphics and tweak some music parts at the end, but otherwise it's almost there. I'm pretty excited to finally finish it.
Yeah. We're excited to, have you air it, and we're excited to finally see the finished product as well.
I appreciate the opportunity to have a place to show it.
Absolutely.
More than once.
So, what advice do you have for anyone who is thinking about creating their own show?
Study hard and prepare well. There's no substitute for preparation, because in video it's always it's a changing form all the time. The minute you get on set, it's not like math where the formula always gives you the result. In video, it's because it's so interactive and teamwork, that things are always changing, your script's always changing, the lighting's always changing, your feelings are always changing about what you want to do. You know, the shot might not be the way you want it, but you've got to shoot it anyway because you've only got 2 hours, so you better hurry up and make a decision. So it's very, I like that part of it, because the pressure of having to work within the deadline no matter what, and still have something beautiful to show for it at the end is pretty satisfying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Now, would you like to share a little bit of details with, like, what you've done for your pre-production phases of your preparation?
Yeah, I did a lot of diagrams. I drew a lot of diagrams of what I wanted, and then I reviewed. I was able to take some video of the dancers and the piece that I would be working on, so I was able to choose what I wanted to do easily, because I knew I could familiarize myself with it, and because the dancers were available, I was also able to ask questions and, you know, which lift is the most important, or, you know, that sort of thing. So it was in that way it was helpful to do that.
Nice. So you have a little bit of background with dance. You have definitely background with video. You put the two together and you made something very inspirational. That's great.
Thank you.
And so my next question is, you know, since you did have a little bit of background with dance, what barriers would you have? Would you think you would have encountered, and what barriers did you encounter already having that background that you did?
What barriers did I have to begin with?
Sorry, challenges, barriers, whatever you want.
Which challenges did I have to begin with? The biggest challenge for this piece was that we changed the location right up next to the shoot date. So that was really disruptive for me, and I almost didn't want to do it because I had planned a 3-camera shoot, actually a 4-camera shoot in the studio.
Oh, nice.
So it was and then by the time I got to the piece that you saw, it was just me by myself. So it was a sudden kind of, well, it's going to be a what do they call that? Run and gun.
Run and gun.
It's going to be a run and gun, because we were really short on time too. We only had, I think it was an hour and a half or 2 hours and a half, I think. So that really impacted what we did and how we did it. And because I was on my own, I had well, of course I had the dancers to help a bit too, but they had so much to do anyway that it was, you know, it was my job to get it on video. But even though it was scary, it was scary. I was really happy that I did it, because it was it really makes you decide. It makes you decide, well, what's your purpose and what do you want to accomplish, and, you know, just make an executive decision, get on with it. You can't dilly-dally, you just have to do it. So that was really helpful. It kind of strengthens your video muscles a little bit, because it's, you know, well, here's an opportunity, you know, make something of it. So yeah, I was really happy that I forged ahead, because I was really on the verge of going, no, I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. It's too much of a change. I can't do it. But I did.
Wow. And that's absolutely amazing. You know, just the fact that you were able to, 1, improvise, and 2, be a total team player and be like, you know what, here's my executive decision. We're going to just go with it still. That's amazing. All right. So what's the next idea that you might be working on, or, like, you know, what do you plan to do for your next show or program?
I want to do flamenco for my next one.
Nice.
Yeah, a 2 or 3 person flamenco for my next one is what I'd like. So hopefully by August, I'd like to have another dance piece for the series to go for that one, and eventually to be able to do more of especially the different dancers that are in Fresno, because we have so many ethnicities here and so much culture, that we could, you know, commit them to a archive of dance that is dancers from Fresno, which I think would be a good thing to have.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Would be a good thing to have, and do some, you know, Asian dancing and some African dancing as well. So and then the more known ones like Irish step dancing or hip hop dancing, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be really nice actually to have a lot of the you know, and it's really nice that you touch upon the diversity of our Central California community, Fresno, that being Fresno and Clovis, and it's really good that not only are you touching upon the different ethnicities, but the dance that each of those ethnicities have inherently, and that's really good. You know, I mean, with all the different ethnicities here in the Central California, you can have like a show with every single ethnicity, and that's quite the show. You know, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it would be beautiful, and there's so many talented dancers here in the area. That schools as well, there are a lot of different kinds of schools here that are all devoted to dancing, that would be, you know, to promote that, and it's such a peaceful artistic form that I feel happy when I'm able to do it myself as well as videotape it and commit it to video. It's pretty satisfying. I like it a lot.
Absolutely. So I have, you know, maybe a few more questions, but one question I definitely need to ask you is, you know, I mean, are you doing dance right now, actually? Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me about that then.
It's ballet. It's, excuse me, it's with a teacher who's been here, oh gosh, I think she's been around for 40 years or so. Her name is Shirley Winters. It's called Shirley Winters Ballet, and she has wonderful students. She comes out of Paris Opera Ballet, and her and her daughter's also a professional dancer who teaches at Roosevelt
nice.
too, as well as at her school at Shirley Winters Ballet too. So it's very much a family affair, and their technique and their commitment to each person is really strong. And one of my favorite things about her is that she teaches all age groups at the same time.
Oh, nice.
So I take lessons just when usually in the afternoon, like at 4:30 or 5:30 when I'm done. So there's always a lot of little kids in the class. So there's a lot of times when I take class with 6-year-olds and 5-year-olds that are also there, all the way up through high school, and a couple of adults. There aren't too many older people like me, but it's really good for me to see how the youngsters do it and to hear the teacher instruct them, and that helps me when I try to do the step or do the combination myself, because I get the benefit of what she gives to the little kids. So
wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, she's a great teacher, and I'm very fortunate to have been taught by her for so long.
Nice. All right. Well, so there you have it, guys. That's Nuria Ibars. And we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and when we do come back, we'll be joined by Vang and Jasmin, the dancers of the wave dance. We'll be right back. All right, so welcome back. Joining us now are Jean Vang and Jasmin Lacrease, the dancers of the Wave Dance. Let's take a look. All right, guys, so welcome back. And yes, we have Jean and Jasmin. So here we are. All right.
Hi.
So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and ask you guys to tell you, or tell me a little bit about yourselves. So I guess we'll start with you first, Jasmin. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure, yeah. My background is flamenco. That's where I actually started dancing, was with flamenco.
Nice.
And then I got into some contemporary, modern, and ballet, and I just continued with that. And as of right now, I'm still dancing ballet and contemporary, and still dancing flamenco. So
nice, great.
Yeah.
All right. And Jean, let me have you tell me a little bit about yourself.
All right. My background is in a hip-hop dance. I've done a lot of street dances, but then I haven't done any classical training up until the last 4 years at Fresno State College and Fresno State.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, great. So we have two very talented dance people that dance, and that's pretty awesome. All right, great,
Thanks.
great.
Thank you.
So, so tell me, what's some advice that you would love or like to give, some dancers, maybe a little bit of inspiration or some tips, what would you like to share to some dancers out there?
Well, definitely, if you're going to be getting into dance and in a dance career or as a choreographer like myself, it takes, for sure, vision, dedication.
Oh yeah, definitely. Right.
And then to not be afraid to take risks, because that's going to come with the journey. I know that there's been a lot of obstacles that I've come up against, but you just got to push past that, and you got to keep learning. And always remember that you never stop learning. You can call yourself a professional at some point, but it's always good to keep a good head on your shoulders and still be willing to take in a lot of creativity, be inspired, take in a lot of information. You never stop learning.
Yeah. That's great. It's really good that, especially that mentality of of that thirst for knowledge is really good. You know, especially doing video for myself. That's something that we always have to be. You know, we always have to be on the top of that. We're not always like the greatest thing, but you know, we don't always have our glass full. It's sometimes empty, so we can get some more.
Definitely.
So that's good to hear.
Yeah.
And Jean, what's some tips and advice that you would like to give to other dancers out there?
I think the biggest tip and advice that I myself would still follow today is very much open yourself to different kinds of inspirations. Open yourself to different types of disciplines of dance, because everything is so interconnected that you learn one thing and then it definitely benefits the other, especially because of my hip-hop background. It got significantly better, in my opinion, after I've done classical training, different types of dance. It all just kind of like molded together.
Sorry, I was about to sneeze.
Right.
But keep going though. So you did say that the core of you was mostly hip hop, and you know, what would you say? I mean, you did say that it has bettered you in your other aspects of or your other genres of dance, but what is there like something specific that you can share about that?
Definitely the your whole dance vocabulary, you know, because if you open yourself to different sort of like inspiration, like through different dances, it definitely allows yourself to open up to different ways of movements. You know, like there's a lot of movements in ballet and modern dancing that I never thought I'd be able to get myself into, and I was able to incorporate that in my own dance when it comes to hip hop. So it definitely opens a lot of doors.
Nice. Okay. So we've talked about, we've touched upon, you know, what specific genres of dance that you guys are really into, but we didn't really talk about what came before that. So what actually inspired you guys to be a dancer? I mean, did you guys always know that you wanted to be a dancer when you were just young, as far back as you can remember? Tell me, what inspired you, Jasmin, to become a dancer?
Well, that's an interesting story. You know, when I was a child, I remember always messing around, you know, with my flexibility. You know, how far can I take my leg up and put it behind my head, and you know, playing around cartwheels and you know, doing all kinds of crazy movement and everything. But when I discovered I really wanted to become a dancer, I actually saw it on television.
Oh, nice.
And I was watching it, and I sat there, and it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I actually remember, I have that memory so vivid.
Oh, wow.
And it just hit me, and I remember I spoke to my mom in Spanish, and I told her, Mommy, I want to become a dancer. And she goes, okay. But, you know, sometimes, you know, parents are like, you know, they'll tell you, okay, you know, and kind of put it off, thinking you're not serious, you know, because kids change their minds all the time.
Right.
I kept reminding her, and I kept reminding her, and she was like, I think you really do, don't you? And so she said, okay, I'm going to put you in some classes. Like, what do you want to learn? And I told her flamenco, because that's what I had seen on television.
Right.
And so she said, okay, we're going to look for a flamenco instructor, and that's how it happened. We found one in Fresno, and I took classes with her, and then I ended up growing from there and taking workshops all over the place.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. You know, especially having you know, family being the backbone to you, you know, growing up, everything, you know, and them having, you know, your back and being your backbone for your career as well is an amazing thing. You know, that's really good. Yeah,
I've always had them as my support, so I'm very thankful for that.
That's great. And Jean, let's talk about you. What inspired you to be a dancer in the first place, and how old were you when you first got inspired?
Well, I mean, as far as I can remember, I was always a mover. I've never really like considered like dancing as a thing. My primary passion for school at first was computer science. I wanted to develop video games, but when that didn't work out so well for me, I just went back to what I knew, which was just moving, and I did some like dance groups in high school. And then I thought to myself, you know what, like this is pretty enlightening. So I started when I wanted to pursue dance more than just, you know, what's the coolest trend on TV, and that led to a lot of discovery of hip hop And then I thought to myself, you know, like, what can I do more with hip hop? What can I do more with dance? So I started doing some classical training in college, and then that's around the same time I found Jasmin's studio around Fresno downtown. And then I just came to the classes, I came to the hip hop classes, and started exploring different types of styles of dance. And before I knew it, I'm here today.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's great. That's amazing. You know, well, what's really amazing is that you know, we have two different individuals with two different backgrounds, but you guys are able to really harmonize through your bodies and through dance, and we can see it as we did earlier on, you know, earlier in the show the segment that we shown, and you know, I happen to have come across you guys before as well. I did shoot something for you guys before, and you guys are really, really amazing, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, so that being said, can you guys tell me a little, you know, tell me a little bit more about your next project? And is that going to be with Nuria as well? I mean, that'd be great.
Oh yeah, that would be. I would love it if, you know, Nuria could be a part of our lives for a long time to come. You know, she's pleasant to work with for sure. And yeah, you know, our next project, you know, there's a lot of little ideas in the works right now. Right now, I know that for me, I'm putting together all of my pieces, and I want to video record them. And Gene is such an amazing partner, so he's always my go-to partner, you know, to work with. So yeah, there's that, and you know, I know that I'll be having a dance production coming up probably later on this year.
Nice. Can't wait to hear it. All right, guys, so that wraps it up for today's Members Only. If you would like to learn and see more about our shows that we've talked about today, you can look them up on CMAC's channels, Xfinity 93, as well as Uverse 99. If you don't have Comcast, Xfinity, or AT&T Uverse, you can come to our website at www.cmac.tv. Go ahead and check under our Watch, live stream under the Watch tab, and you'll find us there. Thanks again to our guests, Nuria Ibars, Jean Vang, and Jasmin Lacrise. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.